Hey Girl Scouts! Welcome to night 2 of our virtual cookie rally. My name is Norma Jean Gamboa and I am here to talk to you about money management. As we enter cookie season, it is so important that we as entrepreneurs and future CEOs of the world understand how to manage money and what a budget looks like. After all, those who don't manage their money will always work for those who do. So let's get started. What is money management? Money management is comprised of 3 components. The first is savings. So as you've earned your money already, it is important that you stash a portion of your funds away. And what you're saving for is entirely up to you, be it your future college fund, be it a pair of shoes you're wanting, be it a trip to Australia maybe, or maybe that family trip to Disneyland next year you want a little bit of extra spending money. Well, those are called goals, and those are something that you should be working on throughout the year. Okay. The second piece of money management is spending. And, as we earn money, the fun part is spending it after all, right? But it's important that we prioritize what our necessity is. A necessity is going to be something vital to our day-to-day needs. So, do we need clothes? Yes. Do we need to eat? 100% we need to eat. Do our troops need badges as they've completed the badge work? 100% they do. Do our troops need materials to complete badge work? 100%. Are our troops thinking about making sure all of our sister Girl Scouts can come back next year and we're paying for those renewal fees? We should be. And the final piece of the puzzle is giving, and that's giving for a cause, right? So every paycheck or every revenue stream that comes into you, we should be setting a portion aside of it to pay it forward. After all, as we Girl Scouts live through our promise and law, we aim to make the world a better place. And it starts with giving. Let's see. So what can we do? What can we do for time management? Well, we can create a budget. A budget is a plan created for your wants and your needs. So you can take care of the necessities while also making way for the things that you want. It's like a perfect balance. But to do so, we need to prioritize first. And we kind of touched on this just a second ago. A priority is something that is vital to us needing. It should be at the top of your list, and it should be one of the first things you do. So what is needed? Again, we use the example of membership fees, right? To participate in Girl Scouts, it's important that every Girl Scout has a membership. We can budget for that throughout the year. Or supplies for programming. We can budget for those throughout the year as well. Or if you think about in your personal life, the new pair of shoes that you've been wanting. Maybe you don't need them, but a girl can never have enough shoes. So I understand. The second piece of the puzzle are values, right? While you're earning your money, it's also very important that you feed your curiosity for the world and your soul. So incorporating these characteristics of who you are into your budget is very important. And as you start to understand who you are and what you believe in, those will take a priority in your budget as well. Okay. Now, I'm all for a huge shopping spree. I love to shop, but I also have to understand what can I afford, right? I don't want to shoot for the moon knowing that I don't have that money to get to outer space. So it's important that we work towards not only adding to our wealth or our savings, but living within our means in the meantime. So why create a budget in the first place? Earning money is hard work, and it's important for you to make yourself a priority. Through the use of a budget, you can do just that with a tiny little bit of planning, right? So after we get through the necessities, after we've prioritized and we've already paid for everything that we know we are going to need, what be it yourself or your troop or your family, you then can start think about what interests you. What are your hobbies? What are you good at? Do you have a love of animals? Do you love to dance? Do you love the outdoors or cooking, which I'm sure these are all activities you're performing in your troops? That's phenomenal. Why not make any room in your budget for them, right? The second piece to creating a budget or being able to explore the things that you want to learn more about. Do you want to learn how to play a piano? Do you want to learn how to rock climb or successfully create a campfire? These are things that you can budget for within yourself, right? And I'm going to teach you how to. Now, it's important that we think about how you can contribute to these hobbies each time you earn money. So not just once a year, not just when you feel like it. It should be a priority every single time you receive some money or you earn money. Okay? Now, how do we keep track of this? How do we know what money's coming in? Well, a monthly budget can help with that. A monthly budget is basically a tally of everything that you earn, be it a chore that you complete or we all have birthdays, and many of us receive birthday cards from our grandparents or family members with money inside of them. That should be calculated as well. That should be considered income. So if you notice, up top, here's my pointer, up top here, we have the income. In the income, these slots below, you'll want to notate what activity it was that you earned money from. So you mowed the lawn and Mom paid you $25 for doing this, right? So you'll notate that amount here next to it, and so forth. You'll keep going on. You turned 13 years old this year, and Grandma sent you $20. You'll notate that one next to, okay? And then at the end of the month, you'll want to tally your total income earned, okay? And this is just going to keep a residual running list of what you have coming in, okay? The next portion to this puzzle is your expenses. Right below, you're going to do the exact same thing you did with the income, except for this time, you're spending your money now. So you may not have as much money left as you started because you decided you wanted to purchase some candy at the last minute at the store, or you found yourself that you had saved enough money within your goals for your shoes and you made that big purchase, right? Those transactions feel really good, but it's important that you're keeping account of what you're spending, because at the end of the month, you'll total the expenses. And ideally, your expenses should always be less than your income, which means you'll be carrying over money with you into the next month, okay? If we move down to the bottom here, there's a spot here for your goals. Remember we talked about your hobbies. We talked about possibly going to Australia. This is where you would notate your goals, okay? Keep in mind that these goals may not be easy to attain within the first month, within a week. It may take several months to accomplish that, and that's okay. Through your dedication and through your dedicated savings into the next slot over, you'll see that there's an amount for savings. You'll achieve those goals in no time, okay? So we just talked about some very key keywords. Let's go more into detail. Income, again, is the money that you've earned. Expenses is what you spend your money on, okay? Goals are what you want to do in the future, okay? And it is never too big or too small to notate a goal. Everything counts. Maybe next month you decide you want to take your parents out to lunch instead of them taking you out to lunch. That's a goal, and you should write that down, okay? And then the final piece of the puzzle that we talked about is savings, and savings are pretty instrumental into what we do. So the amount of money, of earned money you set aside for your future, okay? Again, that can be anything from college expenses that you may be preparing for, or a basketball camp, or a ballet recital that you may need a new uniform for. Again, those are things that you work towards. And the only way to achieve those goals is by chipping away slowly and adding into your savings every time you receive an income. Okay? So, Now that we've gone through the key components, I understand that money management is hard, and sometimes it feels like dieting. So many choices, there's a lifestyle overload, media overload, basic necessities. The list just never ends. But you know what? That's the beauty of the cookie program. You don't have to figure out how to manage money when you're older as an adult. You start building this muscle right here and right now in your youth. So when you grow up, you're wiser and a capable money manager. Well, Girl Scouts, as much fun as I have had talking to you about money management, it is time to let you go back into the world and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you the best of luck and fun through this upcoming cookie season. Peace out, Girl Scouts!